enjoying the great weather, and thank you for being with me tonight. We are sold out, completely oversold, booked, packed. It's wonderful to have everybody here with such great energy. My name is Elysabeth Alfano, and you are at the dinner party. I invite 3 celebrities and a known chef who cooks for us, and over food and wine and chocolate and performances, the conversations flow. What are the 5 things every person should keep in their kitchen?
Ooh. I think we're going to be on opposite ends of the spectrum here, but please, Carrie, start. And I hope you like her 5 things, because that's what you're going to be cooking with. Okay?
I always get nervous when they say 5 things, because I'm hoping you always have salt and olive oil.
Yeah.
Right, so let's hope for the basics.
Not
Yeah, okay.
things.
But
Okay.
my 5 things, I went on a big health kick. So in my house, I have skim milk, cottage cheese, mandarin oranges.
Good luck, people.
Good luck. Good luck. I always want somebody to come to my house and say they can make a meal what's in my refrigerator. Because I have yogurt and tons of wine and champagne. So I would say the 5 things, I need lemon, I need a good ribeye, garlic, olive oil, and I love fennel. The fennel is one of my favorites.
Fresh fennel?
And
Fresh
Fresh fennel, Bob.
So what
like
would
it,
you
yeah.
say? I'm curious. And then I'm
Okay,
also
well.
curious what you
All
two
right.
would say, but yes.
Okay, so for me, I would start off with beans, because to me,
Of course.
I can't live without beans, and they could be canned beans, they could be dry beans, depending on how much time you want to invest in all this. But I always have canned beans on my shelf at home, because I don't always have 2 hours to cook a pot of beans. Okay, so beans, that's number 1.
I forgot to bring them home from the
And I forgot to bring them home for the That's so true. Okay, my next thing that I always have to have, it's 2 things kind of together. Okay, it's either bacon or chorizo sausage. Okay. So I know it's like a total slam dunk. You can just say everybody. I cannot cook without a cured pork product. Okay, it's like, to me, cured pork is really it. Okay. Now I also have to have something that is citrusy, but my tastes go to lime, not to lemon. Carrie's goes to lemon because of her background. Mine goes to lime. So that would be number 3 in there. I have to have chilies, but I would probably say that because my tastes run more toward dried chilies than fresh chilies, not that I don't like fresh chilies, I do, but if I had to choose one, I would choose a can of chipotle chilies. Okay, so that's my number 4. Because it's smoky and spicy, and it'll give me everything there. And then I would say that probably the last thing that I would have to absolutely have would be some fresh cilantro in my refrigerator. Come on, can I have some applause
Yes,
for
you
cilantro?
can.
Okay.
What about you two? So I would add sriracha to that.
I get that. It's like peanut butter, jelly, mac, cheese.
Those are 2.
That's 4.
Bread.
And beer.
And beer.
Sarah?
Crime Spree magazine just sent out a little questionnaire. They asked, what will you always find in my refrigerator? And I wrote back and said, you will always find horseradish, because I buy a fresh jar every year for Passover, put it on the Seder plate, put it back in the refrigerator. Next Passover comes around, I throw out that jar and buy a new jar. But,
That's perfect.
I guess there's a lot of yogurt in my refrigerator
Yes, me too.
and I use yogurt instead of making sauces. And now, please, this is embarrassing. So they're not listening to me, but so mushrooms are like one of my favorite foods, and mushrooms, kale, broccoli. I saute the mushrooms.
That is so healthy.
I know it's boring, isn't it? And then I pour in some whole milk yogurt instead of making a sauce. And
No, that's good. That's super good. I do the same thing. I think it's delicious.
And that's my lazy woman's dinner.
Wow, very good
No,
for
it's
you.
good.
So Rick and I were talking, we were thinking, well, they're writers and they get to read something funny. So Rick has decided to give us a little something himself.
Okay. So when somebody writes a cookbook, they never expect to be standing in front of a couple hundred people reading from their cookbook. So tonight, this is a first. I have never read from one of my cookbooks ever in public. I'm going to read for you Watermelon Ginger Guacamole.
Stir.
Scoop the cubed watermelon into a vacuum sealing bag, sprinkle with tequila, and then vacuum seal it. Refrigerate it while you make the guacamole. Cut the avocados in half, running the knife around the pit from top to bottom, and then back up again. Twist the halves in opposite directions to release the pit from one side of each avocado. Then remove the pit. Scoop the flesh from each half into a large bowl. With an old-fashioned potato masher, perhaps a large fork, or the back of a large spoon, coarsely mash that avocado. Grate the zest from half of a lime into the avocado. Juice the lime and squeeze 2 tablespoons of that juice into those avocados. Then finally grate ginger into the avocados. Measure about a half a teaspoon of that grated ginger. Add it to the avocado along with some green chili, some herbs. Stir to combine, then taste and season with salt. Cover with plastic wrap, press directly onto the surface of the guacamole, and refrigerate it until you're ready to serve. Now, right before carrying that guacamole to your guests, release the vacuum seal from the watermelon. Gently stir half, not all, but half of that watermelon into the guacamole. Scoop the mixture into a serving dish and top it with the remaining watermelon.